Hello, my beautiful Libra souls, and welcome to the channel. My name is Kelsey, and today we are doing your autumn equinox reading, a message from Persephone. So the autumn equinox is on September 22nd at the very beginning of Libra season. If you find yourself here after or at another time of the autumn equinox, just know that this is just a message from Persephone then, okay? So don't restrict yourself from hearing your messages. Don't constrain yourself due to date and time, okay? But Libra, this reading is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or any other strong placements for the sign of Libra, and it is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't for who it's meant for, and feel free to check out any other major placements or signs that you might feel called to at this time. But let's go ahead and get into your reading, Libra. As I was preparing for your reading here, there was a huge message that just said back to basics, and I feel like for Libra that means more than one thing. I feel like initially this has a lot to do with clearing out clutter, clearing your energy, and kind of getting back to maybe your why, or like the root of what caused you to begin down certain paths to begin with. As well as I really feel like this has a lot to do with going back to the basics in regards to your spiritual practices, back to maybe journaling or meditating or basic rituals, maybe tuning back into basic moon phases and like the phases of your life, and there's just something here about like going back to basics and maybe even back to the beginning for Libra. Some of you guys, there may even be like a call to explore minimalism, or really just clearing out things that you no longer use, or that you no longer want, or that no longer serve you. Really making room for new is something that I'm hearing as well. I'm seeing like a house being packed up. Interesting. Let's pull some cards for Libra and see what Persephone wants you to know right now. For my beautiful Libra souls, we have Temperance. There's something here about liberation for you. It's going to be very liberating to clear out the clutter, to give away things that you no longer need, to kind of uncomplicate things, to rest, there's just something here about needing less, needing things to take up less of your time, needing to have more time for yourself, for your basic needs, making sure your basic needs are met. Interesting. Some of you guys may be kind of cutting your hours down at work, or maybe you need to. There's just something here about creating more free time, more freedom. So Libra, maybe some of you guys are entering a period in your life where you're going to have, more freedom with your time, and like financial freedom, and there's definitely a theme of freedom here, of liberation. And I feel like that's something, Libra, that you've been desiring for a while. We have the Two of Wands. Yeah, it's like going back to the beginning to figure out like which direction you truly want to go in, to figure out where you're going. There's like a need to backtrack, because maybe some of you guys got off track or kind of distracted along the way, and it's like there's a need to take a few steps back and like reorient yourself to the direction that you really wanted to go in, or like to give yourself the freedom to go in a new direction. We also have the Six of Cups. Yeah, there's a huge, like, remember why you started this. Remember, you know, what it is you were moving towards or what it is you desired. Like, there's this huge need to go back and remember why or what it is that you were doing. And maybe even give yourself the freedom to get to that purpose in a different manner. So some of you guys, maybe you started down this path of really wanting to create something or to build something or to be something specific. And it's like along the way, you found out that this path wasn't really working for you. And I feel like there's something here where it's like, well, it's not the outcome that wasn't working for you anymore. It was the way that you chose to get there. And there's maybe a different path that you need to take to get to that. But there's a need to kind of step back and remember where it was you were trying to go or what it was you were trying to accomplish and create a new path to that. Okay. And then we also have the Seven of Cups. So I do feel like Libra, this may be a very, very Libra thing, to have a hard time making a decision when there's so many options presented to you. And this may be something that you're currently going through right now. So I feel like Libra, there's something here where it's like, I feel like I have to compartmentalize. I feel like I have to make decisions for each specific part of my life separately. And I feel like part of this message here from Persephone is about stepping back and finding the path that will allow you to bring the different parts of your life together instead of keeping them separate. Okay? Because that inevitably is going to bring more freedom, which I feel like is the overall kind of goal here for you, Libra, that Persephone is really wanting you to achieve is like freedom with your time, freedom with your money, freedom with your energy, and just really kind of embracing more of like this free spirit type energy, almost like hippie kind of like energy coming through here for Libra. It's like really wanting to work from home, but not allowing yourself to work while your family's there, because there's this kind of subconscious belief system that work and home lives need to be separated. And Persephone's coming through and saying, no, these kind of belief systems or perceptions are what are keeping you separate, or what are keeping you stagnant, or what are keeping you from like wholeness, right? Let's go ahead and pull some more cards for Libra. We have beauty. That's beautiful. It's a very Libra energy there, very Venus energy. So I feel like you're being urged to really embrace your essence, Libra, and use it to get to this freedom. Really embracing that Venus energy of abundance, of beauty, of sensuality even. There's a need to really embrace your energy and allow your energy to kind of guide you towards what it is you're trying to accomplish, instead of trying to match the energy of others, or instead of trying to take the path that others took to get to a certain spot. There's a need to really create your own path based off of your own energy, is what I'm seeing here. And maybe your path, Libra, has to do with something artistic. So maybe you thought you had to get to something in a very kind of logistical way, or in a maybe you feel like you had to go to school and get a degree in order to get to this thing. But I'm seeing like art being, at least for some of you guys, the path to get to your purpose. So, you know, maybe some of you guys want to be spiritual healers, and maybe the avenue to make that a business for you is through art magic, you know, art therapy. Interesting. We also have wishing. So I feel like Libra, you guys have really been trying to manifest something for a long time, and maybe you're losing faith because it hasn't come to fruition. And the reason why it hasn't come to fruition, Persephone is saying, is because you haven't gone down the right path to get what it is you truly desire. You've gone down the path that logistically makes sense, but not the path that's truly going to get you there. And there's something here about that, Libra, that you really need to know, like embracing this path of beauty, of art, of sensuality, of abundance, of nourishment, is what's going to get you to this manifestation. Interesting. So let's see what else Persephone wants you to know, Libra. The masculine. So Libra, I feel like there is a huge, maybe for some of you guys, there's kind of a misconception of what the masculine energy is. But there's a need to kind of, again, wholeness. So you may look at beauty as feminine energy. But taking action on this kind of Venus type energy is really bringing in that masculine as well, right? So there's a need to not only put yourself in the places where you're going to be able to attract the things that you're desiring, but also be open to receiving the things that you're desiring. Interesting. So maybe Libra, there's been kind of a hyper focus on one or the other, on attracting or on receiving, but never both. And there's a need for you right now to be focused on both of those aspects, because you may attract something and not be open to it. Right? You may be open to receiving something and not be in the right vibration for it to come to you. So there's definitely something here about maintaining your energy, and maybe focusing on kind of tuning your vibration. Interesting. I do also feel like for some of my Libras here, there is a masculine coming in to your life. That's definitely not going to be for everybody, but that does feel like a romantic energy. For some of you guys, maybe you've been trying to find a partner, a soulmate. You know, it could be a business partner. It could be a mentor. It could be a romantic partner. But it does feel like a masculine energy that's coming in. So be open to that, regardless of what kind of connection you're seeking or it's going to be. Just be open to the masculine, okay? Let's pull some more cards here for Libra, please. Thank you. Okay, we have casket, someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. Okay, so again, we have this energy of like going back to the beginning. There's definitely like an ending. There has to be an end in order for something to start, right? Interesting. So we're definitely doing away with the way that we've been moving down some kind of path or in some sort of relationship. And then we have fair woman, dealings or relationship with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. Now, this could be you for some of you guys. And even though there is a woman, this woman could be holding masculine energy or be the masculine to your feminine. But again, we just kind of really solidified that there is somebody coming into your life that's going to be very significant on this new journey that you're starting, for sure. We have the Weeping Willow with family sorrow. Some of you guys may be ending a relationship, or some of you guys could even be healing from like family trauma. We also have the Pig with Beware of Greed. Okay, so this kind of just reminds me again of like remembering what you were doing this for to begin with. You know, if we strive to start a business that is going to help people, and along the way we lose sight of helping people and fall into this very typical mindset of making a successful business, there's kind of like we lose what we were doing it for, right? And we fall into this need to make more money and this need to be more successful. So there is kind of this message here to be mindful of that and to remember why you were doing this, to remember what you were doing this for, to remember what the purpose of whatever this is for you was, Libra, okay? And integrating beauty and art into your path, or creating a new path with these, I feel like it's going to be very significant for some of you guys. Maybe like feng shui or interior design is a path for you. For some of you guys, like I said, art therapy. For some of you guys, if you're wanting like a spiritual based business, maybe like creating your own tarot or oracle decks. For some of you guys, maybe glamour magic is going to be very, very powerful for you. There's just something here where there's really a need to incorporate beauty and creativity, and that kind of Venus energy that all Libras have so strongly into what it is you're trying to create, into where it is you're trying to go. Okay, so that's a big message for you, but this is what I'm seeing for my beautiful Libra souls. If you enjoyed this reading, if it resonated with you, if it brought you value, please hit that like button, as it truly does help to support the channel. Comment down below, let me know what you thought of this reading. Definitely feel free to check out any other major placements or signs that you feel drawn to at this time, and consider subscribing or joining the channel if you feel called to. I thank you so incredibly much for joining me here today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.